I was really honored to have Pat Sitar as like my first art teacher at Sitar Center. So that was really special.
I performed in the Sitar Center's first production that summer, and it was really wonderful. I got to meet a whole bunch of new kids, and also it was just very hands-on.
You know, I went to a predominantly white school, and I was, I think maybe there was 2 Latinos there and not many people of color. And I felt very, alienated. So when I would go to Sitar Center, it was just like I could talk in Spanish. I was just feeling that connection. And then, I had friends there, and it was the energy, and just I felt, like I had a place where I can be myself.
From kind of performance and acting and singing and dancing, I was always sort of parallel to playwriting and storytelling. And that kind of ushered me into script writing. So now I am a TV writer.
After I moved away from DC and after I finished high school, I went to the University of Cincinnati College Conservatory of Music. So I studied music ed there with a concentration in saxophone. But I am teaching primary music. I'm more or less doing directly what I fell in love with at Sitar.
Upon the closure of Bohemian Caverns Jazz Club on U Street, I formed the Capitol Hill Jazz Foundation, whose mission is designed to support DC area musicians, venues, and education programs.
Since I left Sitar, I went to the Maryland Institute College of Art. I majored in general fine arts, even though my senior thesis collection went on to DC Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week, Milan Fashion Week, PEREZ Fashion Week.
Well, definitely thanks to Sitar, I definitely was able to figure out what I wanted to do after college.
Thanks to Sitar, I want to say I have been able to not only be an artist, but a leader.
If you're lucky enough to get a training in the arts, then you get the opportunity to think process-based, to be like, oh, actually, no, nothing's done. Everything's always in progress, and it's okay to constantly be changing, and I think that's something that my years at Sitar helped with.
So art and community naturally brings people together. Working on a mural, like I tend to stumble upon different walks of life that just ask me questions. They want to know about projects, but at the same time, they're also giving me their story or even their experience within the community that I'm working at.
Sitar is so beautiful in that they take everyone, regardless of your economic background. And it is a place where you can feel loved. And for me, I can truly say it was a second home. And I know that's more important than ever right now, to have a place where you can all feel welcome. So
representation is very important, especially in the classical music field, where I see the people I'm competing against in auditions, they're maybe 98% white. And I don't get to see many Peruvian cellists. I don't get to see many, Latinx cellists out there. And so I think that's one of the things that Sitar has to offer, that, it molds and it creates and inspires people like me. And at the end of the day, it will make representation happen.
Art is the only place to run without leaving home. So I think it's an escape for all of us, whether it's visual, whether it's musical. We just get the opportunity to lose ourselves a little bit in order to find ourselves again.
The arts require a level of humanity that the world needs right now.
Well, I think the arts are really important in our world right now, because I think the act of creating is one way to just continue to move forward and keep imagining better futures.
I really do feel that the next generation of young artists are also going to be the next generation of young activists. They're going to be the next leaders. There's a very strong partnership between creativity and leadership, and we really need creative leaders. And I think that it's so important that young people are given the opportunity to be creative and also nourish their talents and their skills that they may not know of.